We're back for another table talk. I'm Victor.
I'm Gary.
I'm Ruel.
I'm Irene.
And we're talking Shipwrights of the North Sea. We just got done playing Shipwrights of the North Sea, and we actually got to play with another player. Her name is Irene. Yay! We're so happy to have you, Irene. It adds a different dynamic to the game. It's playing
Very
with
much.
these two guys, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So with that, folks, what do we think is our best highlight of the game, or your best highlight of the game?
I'll start. I had one turn where I was able to build my boathouse, and at the same time I built, I think it was the skidoo thing. So I did, I was able to just convert a bunch of gold to put this boathouse out, but at the same time I had resources to build a boat. I think that's what I did. But yeah, that was my favorite turn of the game. The one thing I regretted was losing. But yeah, I'm getting used to that on the stream.
I think that's everybody
Been watching.
regret,
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, that's that.
Irene?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. My favorite move. I took all your money once.
Yeah.
That was like.
That was one of my least favorite moves.
I mean,
but-
I don't like doing that. It pained me, but I think it did delay you making a ship.
Absolutely.
So that was good. Regret. I honestly should have utilized the shields more, because then I could have had a blacksmith, and that would have sped things along for me a little bit.
You were waiting on that blacksmith for a while, huh?
I was, yeah. I had full
Mhm.
money and everything, so.
Gary, what's your highlight?
I don't think I want to say a particular turn in as a highlight, but getting the boathouse so early and then kind of just lining up my stuff to be like, okay, when those the civilian ship cards come up, and I was able to get a couple that I got out relatively early, and I was like, okay, merchant fleet, let's go. And I think it worked out pretty well for me.
Yeah, it really did. Once you had it going, it was just boom.
It also kind of meant that I was able to sort of save up, I got a pretty good stockpile of the workers and money early on. So when I got the fortress as an option, I was like, do that right away.
Done, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it worked out.
good. You are an excellent player.
As far as regret,
Well played, Gary.
though, I think I'm gonna say the biggest thing that I regret was making a truce with you in the first place, considering that the very next turn you broke that truce. But hey, it made for a fun dynamic to the game. So
yes, name it again.
yeah. And if you guys haven't seen that moment,
Oh, you need to see it. It's great.
this guy.
My favorite highlight, I would say my highlight would actually be throughout the whole game is just the fun facts from the chat. It was awesome.
It actually was a lot of fun.
While we were kind of a little part of during our drafting phase, chat was throwing us with Viking facts. I learned so much about Vikings today. It's awesome. I'm looking forward to next week, where I'll actually be participating as well. I'm watching some documentaries, probably binge Viking show.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's not accurate, but I don't care. I hear it's good. So
I'm excited to hear all the Viking facts from the Viking show.
Yes.
Chat's probably
There
gonna be
it
like,
is.
actually.
yeah. So that's my highlight, for sure. So about regret, regret. My regret is I kind of slept on or neglected the buildings, because those buildings are clutch, especially if you get them early in the game. It's a good one. So when we play this game again in the future, I will definitely keep that in mind to get some buildings out.
Yep, for sure.
Since this week was a sort of a card drafting with a little bit of worker placement, since we used the Townsfolk expansion, next week we're actually playing Raiders of the North Sea with 2 expansions, and that's primarily worker placement. What are you folks thinking of? How do we think it's going to work out?
I love worker placement games, so I'm really looking forward to it. And I know that Raiders has a really interesting take on worker placement, where you place a worker, take the action, and take off another worker for another action. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be another fun game.
I have to say, I've only played a couple other real work replacement games, and I've had kind of a little bit of a mixed experience with them. Okay. So I'm looking forward to another opportunity to try one out, see how well it works. Honestly, for me, the biggest issue I have is I have sometimes a hard time kind of pulling the strategy out from it and really seeing, okay, what's the best kind of play.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Certainly, I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to placing Gary as winner.
Yes, that's
Yes,
the there we go.
Yes.
Irene, that's what
I
I'm
like
talking
it.
about.
I like it.
Oh, challenge has been laid, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Here we go.
Okay,
Happy
especially
to rise
since you're
to it.
not a fan of worker placement. It should
Yeah.
be interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What I'm looking forward next week is just the overall experience of playing with you folks here and playing with the expansions because I've never played with the expansions before.
Mhm.
I have played Raiders once before, twice before, something like that. I'm not, by no means am I an expert. However, I am looking forward to expansions. I hear that it gives different strategies and different things to work in. So that concludes our table talk for week 1 for Shipwrights of the North Sea in our new series of the North Sea Saga. So make sure to please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing so that you can catch up if you missed out on the actual video. It's a fun one. Like Gary mentioned earlier, he and I had this little feud happening, clan versus clan action. So
great.
you want to make sure you see all of that. And once again, my name is Victor.
I'm Gary.
I'm Ruel.
I'm Irene.
And remember, play
Play
your
your
games.
games.
Later, Renegades.
Another fact.
Yeah,
Oh,
I like
fact.
that. This is great.
Vikings sold narwhal tusks as unicorn horns for centuries during medieval times,
Really?
cementing European belief in unicorns and leading to the characteristic portrayal of unicorns having long, spiraling horns.
Oh my
Interesting.
That is
really
hilarious,
Wow.
and I love
crazy.
it so much.
I did not know
That
about
is-
that
Oh
at all.
my goodness, I love it so much.
So that means narwhals are the unicorns of the sea.
They are.
There it is.
There you go.
Yes.